Breaking news today. Democrats are once again under scrutiny following another policy setback, with accusations flying as they blame external factors rather than internal decisions. Meanwhile, the White House is celebrating tangible achievements and showcasing American resilience. Stay with us for more insights.
Hello, and welcome to That News Show, where we discuss the latest facts, fakes, and hypocrisy as reported by the legacy media. Let's roll the tape.
Fox News reports that Jesse Watters believes Democrats are upset because they often misjudge situations. Reviewing the facts feels like watching the same movie repeatedly. Democrats lose an election and then blame the weather, the rules, or the voters, never themselves. Why do Democrats consistently miss the mark? Tonight, we'll explore why the opposition appears so consistently out of touch. Meanwhile, President Trump has delivered tangible results, including lower gas prices, fairer trade deals, and a more secure border. Let's see what we've got here.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Yeah.
But that wasn't even the highlight of the weekend. Melania did the YMCA. It wasn't just fireworks and dancing. The Senate Majority Leader celebrated the signing with one big, beautiful backflip. You think Schumer could do that? Secretary Hegseth celebrated by working out with our men and women in uniform. And if you can see here, Laura Trump's doing burpees and lunges. Everyone's trying to get that summer beach bod, especially because next summer, America turns 250. Trump's going to turn the White House into the Coliseum.
The Democrats seem to prefer criticizing from the sidelines, mired in outdated ideas and disconnected rhetoric. This is in sharp contrast to the previous Democratic leadership, which appeared more focused on globalist agendas and lecturing Americans rather than celebrating our national strength. Americans are discerning. They demand results, not excuses, and this White House is delivering. It's refreshing to witness genuine energy and humor from our nation's leaders and their families, a stark contrast to the previous administration's more lecture-like events that lack the American spirit. This is a clear contrast to the Democratic Party's ongoing negativity and blame shifting. The festivities at the White House are a reminder that America thrives when we unite to celebrate our achievements and face the future with optimism. When the Senate Majority Leader celebrates a legislative victory with a backflip, it sends a powerful message that public service can be dynamic and inspiring. Leadership that engages with people not only through policy, but by actively participating and enjoying themselves is crucial. Seeing figures like Secretary Hegseth exercising with our troops and Laura Trump participating in fitness activities reinforces that government officials are part of our community, not a distant elite. There is strong momentum behind policies that prioritize America first, be it energy independence, secure borders, or trade deals that favor our workers over foreign bureaucrats. This administration is reviving American traditions of strength and self-determination, moving away from apologizing for our past or outsourcing our future. As America approaches its 250th anniversary, the excitement and pride are evident.
They want to blame Trump for everything. Need more proof? Look at Texas. Over 100 dead in a flood, and rescue teams are still looking for survivors. But guess who Democrats are blaming?
This type of knee-jerk partisanship is why many Americans have grown disillusioned with establishment politics. Rather than exploiting tragedy for political gain, it's time for Democrats to step out of their echo chamber and listen to the needs of ordinary Americans. Instead of focusing on real solutions or supporting the ongoing rescue and recovery efforts, Democratic leaders have resorted to playing the blame game, attempting to score political points from a natural disaster. This behavior is typical. Faced with a crisis, they often attack their opponents rather than offer substantive policy ideas or practical help, choosing to criticize Republican leadership rather than recognizing the limitations of government in unpredictable natural disasters or acknowledging the strong community-driven response that has characterized Texas recovery. Meanwhile, the administration continues to focus on border security, energy independence, and prioritizing American workers, delivering tangible results that starkly contrast with the performative outrage and empty rhetoric from the opposition. Democrats often point fingers, yet the situation in Texas paints a different picture. The country deserves real leadership and solutions, not another round of finger-pointing and misplaced blame.
The incident comes as the Trump administration is making deep cuts to weather forecasting services.
We're also learning that there were significant staffing shortfalls at the National Weather Service's offices in the region.
When the president guts all of the early warning systems and the weathering forecast abilities of the government, these are the results that we're going to start to see on a daily basis.
They're blaming Doge for dead little girls. Schumer's even calling for an investigation. But the Associated Press, not a right-wing publication, says the left's lying. Not only were they fully staffed at the National Weather Service, they even added extra staff before the flood. The White House says Democrats should be ashamed.
This approach starkly contrasts with the blame-focused tactics of some opponents. Visually, Fox News' use of before and after footage and interviews with local officials and volunteers successfully humanized the story, showcasing the resilience of Texans and the effectiveness of local response efforts. The strength of Fox News coverage lies in its readiness to question the prevailing narrative and demand accountability from those quick to politicize such tragedies. This rush to assign blame, even when contradicted by independent reports, points to a broader problem: a political class more focused on scoring points than engaging in honest debate or finding practical solutions. Americans deserve not just another round of empty outrage, but clear-eyed reporting that respects the facts. The challenge for all newsrooms, conservative or otherwise, is to go beyond the blame game, prioritize expert analysis, and provide the context necessary for viewers to make informed decisions. Rather than resorting to partisan attacks, Fox News strives to bring factual rigor to the discourse. Fox News' coverage of the National Weather Service and the Texas flooding incident exposes a common trend in mainstream media: the preference for sensational claims over verified facts. The media, particularly left-leaning outlets, often exploit crises to criticize Republican governance, ignoring the facts. Fox News deserves credit for highlighting this detail, effectively countering misleading political narratives. This type of groupthink has contributed to widespread distrust in media and government institutions. The assertion by some Democratic leaders that significant cuts and staffing shortages at the National Weather Service directly caused the tragedy does not withstand scrutiny.
Ashamed of themselves.
Unfortunately, in the wake of this once-in-a-generation natural disaster, we have seen many falsehoods pushed by Democrats such as Senator Chuck Schumer and some members of the media. Blaming President Trump for these floods is a depraved lie, and it serves no purpose during this time of national mourning. So to any person who has deliberately lied about these facts surrounding this catastrophic...
Some Democratic leaders and media figures, including Senator Chuck Schumer, have inaccurately blamed President Trump and his administration for the devastation. While some media outlets and political figures may exploit this tragedy for political gain, the real story is the resilience of the American people and the importance of prioritizing our citizens. In the wake of the catastrophic flooding in Texas, it's crucial to focus on the facts and the significant economic impact on families and businesses, rather than engaging in political blame games. Policies that prioritize American workers, streamline disaster relief, and focus resources domestically are essential. Local, state, and federal emergency management teams were proactive, with the National Weather Service issuing timely flood watches and warnings before the storm intensified. These baseless accusations divert attention from the real issues and hinder the recovery efforts for families and communities that are working tirelessly to rebuild. Consider a household suddenly faced with a massive, unexpected expense, repairs, lost income, and higher prices all at once. It's time for leaders to abandon falsehoods and support practical solutions that will aid Texas's recovery and strengthen our national economic security. This new natural disaster saw rainfall totals hit historic levels within hours, causing the Guadalupe River to rise over 30 feet in some areas. This is the current reality for thousands of Texans. Unlike some policymakers, Texans are not waiting for external solutions. The agricultural sector, vital to the region's economy, will need months to recover, with significant losses in crops and livestock. Instead, they are uniting, volunteering, and rebuilding, showcasing the resilience and self-reliance that epitomize the American spirit. As always, it's interesting to hear how they like to spin this. Here's a truth that few in Washington will admit: the real divide in America isn't left versus right. It's between the people and the entrenched political elite. Despite ridicule from the establishment and outcry from the media, the fact remains: when the ruling class errs, it's ordinary Americans who suffer. Now, with President Trump at the helm, we have a leader committed to putting America first and avoiding needless foreign conflicts for profit. Be sure to leave your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.